starter again. And the winner this week of the Bears starting quarterback position is Justin Fields. Here's Nagy.
I think after this past weekend with Justin and the growth that we saw, it really, the discussions that we had was to be able to go this direction. We had our plan with Andy in developing Justin. I think that for me, I knew it came with the territory. And all we wanted to do was do everything we can to do what's best for this team.
But definitely a little bit of a surprise. I'm not just going to be complacent with where I'm at. I'm going to continue to grow, continue to get better, and just try to work hard each and every day to, get wins on Sundays.
Well, Dan, this is starting to feel like Groundhog Day. Here we go, y'all. I'm doing this for the people in Chicago. Yep. Did Matt Nagy make the right decision?
Yes, but he's 3 months too late. And, if he makes this decision at the beginning of August and said, okay, we traded up to go get this young man, he's going to be our quarterback. The reality is that Justin Fields has missed out on hundreds of reps. Justin Fields did not take reps with the number ones in training camp. Justin Fields did not get reps with the starters in preseason games. Now, this is going to be his third start, and everyone is going to think, well, this is Justin Fields' third start. No, it's not. This is technically his third preseason game. He's missed out on so much time within his development. And that's been my issue with everyone kept saying, well, Justin Fields is not ready. I'm aware of that. But would he have been in October? And that's my thing as a coach, one of the things you have to do is not necessarily see where your player is, but where your player can get to. And when you cheated Justin Fields out of all these reps, he is now a lesser player going into October 12th weekend than he would have been. And that has been my issue all along, is the inability to have foresight. Now, I think Matt Nagy kind of viewed this situation as the ideal one. When you've got a really good surrounding cast, a good offensive line, and good skill position players in, a defense that could keep you in games. And so you could win games with the bridge quarterback of Andy Dalton, but also develop Justin Fields. That's not the reality of the Chicago Bears situation. Now, we are where we are, okay? We are where we are, where Justin Fields is going to be their guy moving forward. I say the number one goal for this organization is to make Justin Fields look like Justin Herbert did last year. We walked away from the Chargers rookie season of Justin Herbert last year going, that dude's a stud. That guy's going to be an MVP candidate moving forward. And that has to be the number one goal for this football team. Number two, they got to win games. They're going to have to win games. Everyone's going to say they got the second toughest schedule left. They don't play a ton of top 10 defenses over the next 5 or 6 weeks. And then they got to figure out if Matt Nagy's going to be the guy moving forward.
All right, Dan Orlovsky, would you stop? Would you stop? First of all, you're wrong. First, let's get that out the way first. You're wrong on a multitude of levels. He's 3 months late or whatever. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's a couple of weeks late. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you yourself have to admit, because you came on the air last week when he got shellacked, okay, by the Cleveland Browns, because there was somebody who never played football. All right, just a little reporter from News, Philadelphia Inquirer, and then obviously for CNN, Fox Sports, ESPN.
Get the whole resume out.
That would be me. That would be me.
Wikipedia page?
I was the guy, Dan Orlovsky, who said, don't put that boy up in there against the Cleveland Browns.
No.
You don't want that Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney, and those brothers. That's the stuff right there. I'm gonna get you, Molly, but it's all right. Here's the deal. I was saying to y'all, he's going to get slaughtered. What happens? He gets 9 sacks. 9 sacks against him. Myles Garrett gets about 4. Jadeveon Clowney gets 2.5. Dan Orlovsky comes on the air last week. All right, you got us. You were right. Okay, so now we go to the Detroit Lions. What did I say all along? Play Andy Dalton, first 3 games of the season. Okay. Get that out the way. Buy Justin Fields some time. Then put him in week 4 against the Detroit Lions. By the way, the 29th ranked defense, in the National Football League. What happens? He shows up after looking horrible because he was getting slaughtered because he got no protection whatsoever, not just from with his offense protecting him, but with Matt Nagy's play calling. Okay, he goes up against Detroit. Lo and behold, what happens? Yeah. He looks relatively decent. Wow. They win 24-14. They're going up against a team with a rookie coach in Campbell. Not really a rookie. He's coached before, but damn it, he might as well be a rookie.
He's doing a good
job. Really? Okay. Whatever. The point is, Dan, I said to y'all, he should start week 4. So to me, Matt Nagy making this announcement is something he could have easily made before the Detroit game. Any time before that, he had no business doing it. Okay, so to sit up there and say he should have made it 3 months ago, well, damn it, Justin Fields wasn't ready 3 months ago. Because Matt Nagy ain't ready at all.
What is it like? What is the? He wasn't even. We know that
because I'm taking into account Matt Nagy and is it? Look, Dan Orlovsky, do you remember what you said about Matt Nagy after the Cleveland Browns game?
Absolutely.
You talked about how it was criminal he did to Justin Fields, okay? So we're not just looking at Justin Fields' talent. We're looking at Matt Nagy, the coach.
So,
all right. The play call at the time. And some of the things that he was doing and wasn't doing. Didn't get him out of the pocket, didn't move him, didn't do anything with him. Left him there as a stationary target to get slaughtered. We brought all of that up. Matt Nagy being the coach has a lot to do with why I said Justin Fields should have to wait. Because you don't want to subject him to that. And they did anyway. So if they had done it earlier,
Dan,
it would have been even
the
worse.
prognosticator is done. He should buy a lottery ticket. You may speak now.
Me, Dan Orlovsky from St. Lawrence Elementary School and Shelton High School, who played Shelton Pop Warner. Listen, Stephen A., I get it, the whole not ready thing. But that is my exact point. No, he was not ready in August. You want him to be ready in October and November. The only way to get ready or as close to being ready as possible in today's NFL with the rules that we have and the schemes that have come into the NFL is to play these young men and let them go. Here's my question to you, Stephen A. Because here's my question to you, because you don't want him to play against the Cleveland Browns. You watch the Raiders play this year? Is it okay if he plays against the Raiders defensive line this week? Or is it okay that in 3 weeks he plays against that Tampa Bay Buccaneer defensive line with Sue and JPP and Shaq Barrett? Or in 5 weeks when they got to play your Steelers? Is it okay if he plays against them?
No.
It's the big boys. It's the NFL, man.
But you're not representing my argument properly.
You said don't play against the Browns.
I said buy him those first 3 weeks because once he's in, he's in. Okay? Make sure his first start is against Detroit. Buy him those 3 weeks. You foolishly promised Andy Dalton he was going to be your starting quarterback week 1 when you signed him because you wanted Russell Wilson in the offseason and wasn't able to acquire him. So you settled for Andy Dalton and you promised him he was going to be your week 1 starter, foolishly, I might add. But since you did that, okay, go with him those first 3 weeks. Start off week 4 with Justin Fields going up against the Detroit Lions. He's your starting quarterback and don't look back. That's what I said. And so to me, that's the issue. When you look at him and what he wasn't ready for in August, that's problematic for them because Matt Nagy is going to cause you some problems.
But Stephen A., here's
3 weeks to buy time.
Here's where I absolutely dunk on your point. You're saying don't play him till after Cleveland because you don't want his first start to be struggle. The Bears played him against Cleveland. It was a disaster. He comes back the next week and looks really good. So obviously, playing against Cleveland and it being a disaster had very little to no impact on his ability to play against Detroit. So the whole theory of not playing him against the Browns because you didn't want to have some negative process for him or him to have his first start and it to go really poorly actually had no bearing on his performance against the Detroit Lions.
Well, first of all, that's hindsight. Secondly, and more importantly, looking ahead, I saw the Rams, the Bengals, and the Cleveland Browns. And I said, okay, wait a minute. Let's see what Andy Dalton does. Give him that time. Let him come in week 4 of the season and then move forward from there. It wasn't just Cleveland. I was saying the Rams, Bengals, Cleveland. First 3 games, buy him that time to get him ready for his NFL career because once you put it